onto you. It does make Vi's life a little bit harder. Also, Nautilus, if the ultimate is thrown out, can easily force out the ultimate from the Xayah. But when you have a champion like Hwei and Senna in the lane game...
So he's going to lose quite a bit of XP if he does finish that off. Decides against it. We've got 3 summoners left. Have DOS and Exakick to try and survive. Jun tanks the tower. Exakick already down. First blood to Fnatic. Good knock up onto Jun though. Razork won't tank the tower afterwards. Now they can look for the re-engage. Noah and Razork. Do you want more here or do you just want the plate? Waiting for the Vault Breaker. There it lands. Noah tanked the tower perfectly. Fnatic would be like Van Gogh. Torment would be, I mean, Torment actually fits more with Van Gogh, but we're going to see another fight down towards the bottom lane as Isma goes in. Jun trying to tank this up, gets hit with the Blade Caller. Humanoid on his way as well. Good shuffle back as Razor's now in the midst of the fray. The Grasp and more will get 2. SK very low, walking away wounded. Humanoid looking for a little bit more damage. Last Embrace going to hit on Exakick. He does have the flash. Will he get out in time? He escapes for now. Isma has flash, has jump, uses the flash early to escape. The dredge line crossing more, pulling him back, but confirm out.
He is naturally an aggressive player. He likes to fight, and he's been finding a lot of great plays. Dragon will be secured by Fnatic. Good secure there.
And a gold lead overall for Fnatic. About 1,300 gold ahead. Leads in top, leads in jungle. A sizable lead in form of AD carry as well. 700 gold.
Has the TP available.
They're going to look for it. Death charge onto Exakick. Last Embrace out. Razork diving forward. The Dawning Shadow as well as they just lock up Exa and they take him out of the fight. Isma trying to do everything he can here, but Humanoid tanks the tower perfectly. Jun takes the kill. Razork manages to survive. 100 HP, more than enough for the Fnatic dive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now the Dragon spawning. Fnatic have priority over it.
All out, coming out from Irrelevant.
Looking for a play.
Oscar pops the World Ender. Should just be able to walk away from this one. Does still have the flash, puts the Infernal Chains back, pulled back with the Intofos. But it's not going to be enough from Irrelevant. More about forcing Oscar out of the fight. Isma is on his way. Oscar still has TP flash, but he stays around to try and catch the wave. And now with Isma coming in, the Dawning Shadow. And it will dawn on his death day. Irrelevant takes the kill.
He realized that he was on the weak side. Irrelevant did a good job of forcing that fight to set up for the potential dive. Even if he did try to retreat, I think it would have been difficult given that Isma and Exakick are already on their way up there. Anyway, regardless, they will lose their top laner, but in exchange, Fnatic get themselves their second dragon of the game and the bot tower. So they are in full control of this early game.
And importantly, the Rift Herald spawned before those extra 2 grubs were picked up by SK. So the grubs died. Oscar in and coming across. We'll see that that ward was just placed. Still clears it out and steps forward. Okay, Oscar, you should have known that that ward just went down. A little bit greedy to step forward towards the Tribush. SK were lying and Jenga, but people that love stacks do like the Jenga as Isma. Locked up here with the depth chart, Spiraling Despair coming in as well, but he gets the shield. Jun has to flash away. Razork dashes onto DOS. And in the end, as much ado about nothing as Isma is able to escape, but the Dawning Shadow flashed away. Dragon up in a minute. Isma would no longer have that summoner spell as Niski's locked up the charm on Razork. He tanks a couple of tower shots, but the heal will be enough to keep him alive. Oscar gets one, though, as Exakick flashes forward. Noah trying to dash away. Humanoid has a flash of his own.
Of the flash Q combo to then chain CC him into the ultimate to then find that execution. But the response from Irrelevant and Exakick was swift because Fnatic was forced to retreat. Now Oscar could be overstepping here.
There's the TP. Isma jumps across the wall, misses the knock-up. Oscar with the World Ender might actually escape from this. Nisty's going to slide forward. He still has the Emperor's Divide. And I spoke a little bit too hastily saying Oscar had a chance to get away from this because unless he plays this perfectly, there is just no escape. SK get their 7th. The Dragon up, already down to 4,500. Isma doesn't have the Magnet Storm and there's no Emperor's Divide or quickness, so SK are running short on utility themselves. Oscar steps in, the Dragon secured. There's the knock-up onto Oscar as well. He does still have the flash. Depth charge lands onto the back line. There's the Spiraling Despair as well. Irrelevant can try to get away from this. Lands the 3-man knock-up. There's the all-out on Razork as well. But the cease and desist comes back off cooldown. Feather Storm out by Exakick. He falls low, but he doesn't quite die as Oscar in and tries to take him. The Searing Bolt going wide as Exakick sidesteps it. And in the end, it's another 2 kills and a Drake over to SK.
SK are navigating these fights very well. Great patient play from them. Ooh, Exakick ends up losing his life. He had no more tools left in the kit to escape from that one. Noah trades back a kill. But I mean, it's better. Most people don't look at the map, medic.
Jun flashes away. Isma looking for the stun here as well. Magnet Storm lands onto 2. Dawning Shadow across as well. Feather Storm by Exakick, and he's a little bit split from this fight. Isma lands another stun. Irrelevant trying to get into the back line, but he's ceased and desisted by Razork, who does have
SK even have that top wave slowly pushing in their favor. The pressure is fully on to Fnatic right now. Oscar in 2 full levels behind.
Another stun onto Jun. TP behind by Irrelevant. Jun so low, tries to dredge line forward, but can't find anyone. Spiraling Despair on Isma. Well, Spiraling Despair for Fnatic as they consistently lose their first carry. DOS looking for the engage here, flashes forward, lands the double knock-up, and in goes Nisqy. Sweeps them back, pops the stopwatch. Irrelevant now tanking the tower. The Dawning Shadow will be enough to help take out Nisqy, and Noah starts to open up the big guns. Exekick flashes forward though with the Blade Caller. The Feather Storms as the feathers fly, and Noah falls. Razork and Oscarinin trying to do everything they can to turn this fight around, and they'll do exactly that. Oscarinin with the World Ender trying to get onto Isma, but can't get close enough. Good knockback by Irrelevant. Dash forward by Razork, dash away from the Cassante.
Game open there. But unfortunately, a small misstep results in Fnatic bouncing back. So it starts off.
Fnatic are continuing to scale up though. 3 items on Noah. We'll have a look at his stacks in a moment. I'm going to guess 78 theirs. Only Isma on the side of SK has a flash. I haven't seen Irrelevant use his flash all game.
Here comes DOS.
Might be because he's got Ghost, as Isma can go forward. The dash in by Razork, dash away by Isma. Pathmaker, Oscarinin locked in the pit, charmed up. There's the Baron secured by SK. Isma gets it. Oscarinin now in the middle of the pit as Isma flashes away. Irrelevant takes down one Exekick, though so low in the back. DOS trying to do everything he can here. Nisqy pops a stopwatch for a second, but Humanoid's still alive and he has damn loads of damage to try and dish out. The fear back on Irrelevant. Razork will be locked up with the Pathmaker, and that is a very dead buy. He can try to dash the wall, but Irrelevant gets in his way. In the end, an incredible exchange for SK. Split. Nisqy kind of hovering between the 2 lanes. Irrelevant's now adopted the mid lane position, whereas SK investing 4 players down towards this bottom side. Isma locked up though underneath the tower as he tanks it. The charm onto Jun, not going to be enough for now as he manages to escape. Irrelevant TP's in, and immediately Fnatic like
making his way back towards the team to offer assistance. It's SK who have entrance to the Dragon.
The risk for SK is they don't have the quickness, they don't have the Magnet Storm, and they don't really have follow-up engage on Isma diving in. Isma falls low. Nisqy trying to get onto Jun as well, as he will be able to take out the Nautilus with a couple more auto attacks, but he hasn't got them down yet. He shuffles Jun away, and Oscarinin is doing everything he can to help out his support. In the end, a 1-for-1 so far. Irrelevant trying to join the fray from the bottom side. The Vault Breaker charged up by Razork, but Irrelevant with his dancing shoes dodges to the side. Humanoid severing Bolt once again. The chase continues as Oscarin's knocked back. DOS goes back in. Razork coming in from the side as the Grasping Maw unable to find something in its teethy clutches. The Dragon started though, and SK won't be able to get into the pit. Fnatic get the soul.
Ends up being a 1-for-1. I think Nisqy really misplayed that fight.
Yeah. Up to 8. Fnatic trying to step forward. DOS still no quickness. 5,000 on the Baron. Isma sticking on it for now. Razork charging up the Vault Breaker, looking to get across the wall. Now they'll re-engage on it. Razork does have the flash. He has the blast go. Razork steals it. DOS forced low down towards the bottom side of the fight as Irrelevant tries to keep 4 members of Fnatic away. Maybe SK will want to take a bit more of the battle as the all-out comes out. Exekick flashes forward. SK know they need to find something now as they go in. The Root Caller coming out as Jun falls low, as does Razork. 2 so far. Irrelevant still healthy enough to rejoin if he can. Exekick forced down towards the bottom side. No flash, no Feather Storm, no hope of him getting away, but a good slide back from Nisqy into the stopwatch, into the quickness, into the charm, into Oscar falling. Nisqy goes down as well. In the end, Fnatic walk away with only 1 Baron buff.
It's still a great team fight for SK.
He'd be a very happy artist.
Once again, we find ourselves in the mid lane, fighting over the wave. Isma tries to land the stun. Exekick takes a chip of damage. Here we go.
Jun so low already. Jun almost down as Irrelevant now dashes forward, and Fnatic are on the back foot. 4v5. They have to try and find a way to get out of this alive, but Oscarinin has failed in that objective.
In the hands of SK. And they just consistently shut down this engage from Fnatic. It's always Jun. To see some of the good team fighting, but a lot of credit I really feel needs to go to Irrelevant. Look, they just walked their way in. Exactly what you need to do.
Just tanks for an absolute year. The Elder here as Humanoid's pulled back and exploded by SK. They're not going to be able to win the game off this minion wave, are they? I mean, the cannon's going to die, and then I feel like Fnatic should be able to clear the back.
You think Irrelevant cares about those towers?
The backdoor bonus might be enough, as Irrelevant is still tanking the towers. Jun's going to dredge line away. Nisqy dives forward, but Noah's able to escape. Doesn't even have to burn the flash, and now they're underneath the Nexus towers. And although Irrelevant might not care, Nisqy definitely does. Noah's now going to open up on Irrelevant. He's locked up in the last embrace, and Irrelevant for the first time in 37 minutes falls.
142 stacks.
We only have 2 ultimates available for this next fight as Irrelevant steps forward. His is one of them. The all-out still a possibility. The Emperor survived as well. Isma needs to jump away from that, but he doesn't have the time to escape. The Infernal Chain's just short. TP from Nisqy! TP from Nisqy! Noah stepping forward. DOS dashing away. The TP
Wait, they can just kill the TP.
They can look for Irrelevant. It's pretty hard to kill him, I'm going to say. He's only died once so far this game, pulled back from the Path Maker. The Baron will fall, though, as SK secure it. The Blast Cone away by Irrelevant. Okay. Getting the TP a little bit more tricky.
Fnatic are looking for a numbers advantage fight. They have 5 members, but SK have Avenue into the base.
SK have the
who is shepherding who here?
I mean, Fnatic are trying to shepherd SK, but they're not very good sheep. I'm going to be honest. They kind of just run wherever they damn well please, as the inhibitor tower and the inhibitor will fall. Fnatic now make their way back into the base, but the bound up minions will penalize them. 6 if you include the boots, as the Elder is already down to 10,000. Can Razork pull a rabbit out of the proverbial hat? Can he find a steal, or will Irrelevant go for the engage first? Oscar in looking to the flank. X-Kick puts the feathers down. The Dawning Shadow will land on a lot as Oscar gets charmed up immediately. The cease and desist on the backline, but Razork just can't put the damage down, and Irrelevant can. He dives into Fnatic's backline as Nisqy dives forward to help him. It's 4 for 1 so far. The Elder on the menu for SK if they want it, but I think they want a much juicier prize.
That fight was cut and dry, and they're going to add insult to injury and send Noah back to the fountain. 5 members alive. SK will secure the victory here in game 1.
A very back and forth affair between them. Irrelevant, definitely the MVP for SK, carrying them through the game and taking them to 1-0 in the series.